Every presidential candidate in the last 40 years has released their tax returns, and Donald Trump will not. Now, his supporters don't seem to care that much. They would probably rather not know the truth about what's in there. And we've heard many, many possibilities about his wealth or connections to Russia or whatever. And there's a new article from the Washington Post which summarizes some of the possibilities, and they do overlap pretty significantly with what we've been talking about on the show. Let's take a look at this list. Number one possibility for why Trump isn't releasing the tax returns, he has Russian ties. And this is the George Will theory. The Guardian's Julian Borger has also said that the tax returns could show connections to Russia, to Russia, and we'll have a deeper report on that tomorrow. Number two is what Trump said himself, that he is being audited. Of course, there is no rule that says if you're being audited, you can't release your tax returns. Richard Nixon did it in 1973. The IRS has been clear that that's no impediment whatsoever. Third possibility is Trump didn't pay taxes. And there's a 1981 report that we've looked at, which said that Trump didn't pay taxes for 2 years during the 70s. The Hill has an article saying that Mark Cuban claims Trump's returns would show he pays less in taxes than the Clintons, although he is far wealthier. And the tax returns along these lines could show that Trump is using offshore accounts. Possibility four is that Trump has mob ties. Both Ted Cruz and Mitt Romney has floated such hypotheses. Possibility number five is that he donates nothing or very little to charity. We have seen a lot of individual evidence of this. And number six is that Trump is merely not as rich as he says he is. He's talked about $10 billion net worth. Others have said $3 billion net worth. Fortune's Sean Tully says the returns could show that Donald Trump has overstated his income by a lot. My thought process is, which of these would be most damaging to the Trump campaign? And I don't really know. Can we put that back up just for a second, John? In looking at this, the Russian ties could be damaging. The entire audited thing, I mean, that's just not, that's a ridiculous idea. Not paying any taxes, I don't know. A lot of the right wingers that support Trump might not care about that because they have this idea that they too someday will be rich and will want to take advantage of the ways in which Trump doesn't pay taxes. Mob ties probably wouldn't be damaging either. The Trump supporters would rationalize it and say he just knows how to work the system. The not donating to charity, I'd like to think that would make an impact, but I just don't know. And not saying he's as rich as he says. Oh, if it turned out Trump wasn't as rich as he says he is, I think his supporters would say $3 billion is still very, very rich. Who cares that he might have overstated it by 300% or more? I think the most damaging of those would be an incontrovertible, undeniable connection to Russia and Putin. Although even then, I don't know. If you're willing to support Trump now, are you really going to be dissuaded by connections to Russia? I just don't know. I think that when Trump said he could go out on Fifth Avenue and shoot people and he would still retain the level of support that he has, I tend to agree with that. I really, really do.